This is a 2025 Ram Rebel, and we are going to take this Ram Rebel for a bit of off-roading in Texas. You can see that I'm following some other Ram Rebels, and you can see that I'm already in some dust. We're going to see how this Ram feels when you leave the pavement. This particular Ram has the brand new standard output Hurricane engine. It is a turbocharged inline-six engine that makes 420 horsepower and 468 pound-feet of torque. It is a very smooth running engine. Each turbo is fed by 3 of the 6 cylinders, so each of the 2 turbos are smaller than it would need to be if it were a single turbo. That means this engine spins up faster and operates a bit more smoothly.
Okay, put it in neutral. You want to switch it to 4 low?
All right, you heard it on the radio, so now we're going to get in something a little bit more serious.
At the same time, raise your suspension to the top setting, your off-road 1 position.
This particular Ram does also have the air suspension, which means that we can lift the vehicle up to get some more ground clearance. And I'm now in 4 low, so you can hear that the engine's revving a lot faster and shifting really quickly. It did take a couple of seconds to get it into 4 low. That didn't happen with the just quick. You had to let the computer sort out that it was in neutral and that everything was copacetic before it actually shifted us into 4 low. Now this is a big, wide truck, and this is not the most rigorous off-road trail yet, but you can see that we're going over some pretty rough terrain, and this is a pretty steep decline, and yeah, no problem at all. This is a good point to mention that the Ram Rebel does have 33-inch off-road friendly tires, and you are on 18-inch rubber, so we've got a decent amount of sidewall to work with, and that compares to the tungsten, which goes up to 22-inch wheels. You wouldn't want to take the tungsten on this trail, I know that much. Since I'm in the 4 low setting, you can see I have this nice screen right here on the Uconnect, which shows me steering angle, the differentials are locked, and some other neat features. So that's cool to see. And I'm going to roll my window down and show you what I can see just outside of the truck. We're going down a very steep slope at the moment, but it's short. But that's really interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's super sure-footed. There's no hesitation in the truck at all. Now we've got some pretty big rocks we're about to come up. We're approaching right now, and I think we're just going to drive right over that one. See how it goes. Coming up to it. Yeah, no problem. Now look here, we have some pretty thick mud we're about to go through. Sharp jump there. All right, steep but short incline right here. Thank you.
Yep, good
job. Yeah, this is getting a little bumpier. I'm gonna hug big rock right here to avoid the worst of that, I think. Yeah, we're getting some jabs from some jagged rocks here, but it's not bad. Oh, it's not it's not nothing though. This new turbo engine, this inline-six, is behaving very, very well, I have to say. Here, I wanted to show you that we also have a few other things on this Uconnect system that are worth looking at. Pitch and roll. So you can see it's not a hugely steep grade at the moment, but it's nice to be able to see that stuff. Oh, we're going down something pretty steep though. Yep. 14, 15 degree drop. Roll up my window. I don't want to get mud on myself. Ooh, and now we're gonna go through a bit of a puddle here, a bit more puddly than I expected. Oh yeah, that was maybe a foot. That was no big deal. Curious what the suspension one is here. Oh, that's interesting. So you can see wheel articulation. Yeah, very, very cool. And finally, the one I kind of want on for the rest of the trip, forward-facing camera. Oh, and look at that. Oh, we have many camera options right here, but we'll just stick with the standard forward-facing one for now. Oh, maybe we'll do... Ooh, that's cool. I like that. So that's where we'll be for now. Relatively gentle grade right there. And then this, you know, this starts feeling pretty easy after that. But we went through some relatively rugged stuff there. Going 4 low made it all easy work, and we had lots of ground clearance. Yeah, so that's all been really nice. Okay, we've got a specific part of the off-roading test now. We're going to do a steep downhill drop. We're using something called speed select control. It has several levels in denominations of 0.6 miles an hour, so roughly 1 kilometer an hour. So you can go as low as 0.6 miles an hour in terms of control. We're currently set at 1.8 miles an hour. It'll go up to 5 miles an hour. It does change. It's a little bit more than 0.6 of a mile exactly. So you do actually get up. The fastest limit you have is 5 miles an hour for this essentially controllable downhill speed control. And the trick is to not have your foot on the brake so that the system engages. We'll see if I can do that. All right, let's go down this hill. No brakes, no throttle. It's going to maintain speed. It'll add accelerator too, not just the brake if I want to go any faster. We're starting at the second setting, which is 1.2 miles an hour. And it's a very steep drop to start. Oh, but now we can see it's not so bad. And yeah, 1.2, easy peasy, no problem at all. I am not touching anything. My feet are tucked way back and it is crawling around. I'm going to step it up to the third speed where I'm at the second speed. You can go up to 8. There's 8 levels. I'm at level 2. I'm going to kick it up to level 3, which is 1.8 miles an hour. Okay, so now we're coming up on a pretty darn steep part right here. I can see, yep, and it's handling, whoa, there's a big drop right there, but after that it's fine. Yeah, it's handling it, no problem at all. And it's all pretty steep and pretty darn rocky, and there's some loose rocks as well. So I'm looking at the forward camera a lot just to see what I've got coming up. But then, assuming it handles it, ooh, there's a lot of this is big and lumpy and pockmarked. This is gonna exercise the brakes a little bit. It's a lot of weight that it has to control to not go too fast. We're still holding down, you know, we're sticking to the 1.8. Oh, it moved around a little bit there. But yeah, it's actually remarkably steady in terms of speed. I was expecting bigger spikes in speed, but it's holding that really well.
At that point there, last vehicle. You can take it across the water that way too. And we're going to continue on.
All right, so that radio message was for me, so I'm kicking it up. I'm at 6, 7, 8. 8 is the fastest speed, which is 5 miles an hour. And now I've got one last steep drop into the mud. Splash. Here I go. Okay, there you go. Speed select control, I think it was called. Not bad. For all these different ways that you can go off-roading, it's fascinating to see the different car companies handle this. But what I can say is the Rebel is inherently capable. You can see that. And also, this Inline-6 is proving to be a great powertrain, a great engine to throw in this truck. I'm really happy with this new engine. And I also did do a full review of the 2025 Ram 1500 on roads, and I will have a link to that video in the description, and hopefully it'll also pop up right there as well. So there you have it, a quick off-roading drive in the 2025 updated Ram 1500. These are Ram Rebels. I'm Robin Warner. Thank you very much for watching.